Ladies and gentlemen, today I'll be doing something I have never done before on my YouTube channel, and that is unboxing and sharing with you a prototype reel. And I have to thank you, KastKing, for making this happen. But let me tell you guys the back end story. At the end of last year, I was in discussion with KastKing. I was asking them if they were going to release a Bait Finesse Reel, BFS reel, out in the market. And they were like, maybe. So as the discussion went further, I was sharing with them all these research information, because you guys have seen what I've been doing lately. I was doing my research and I have been sharing these information with KastKing, and behold, they reached out to me the other day and was like, hey, would you like to test a final prototype of our first Bait Finesse Reel? And I was like, heck yeah, guys. And they have allowed me to unbox this. I'll be sharing with you guys my journey on testing this reel. I'll be providing feedback to KastKing, and you guys could join me. You guys can leave me a comment below as I share with you the features of this reel, as well as when I go out there and I'll be testing it, because I will be testing this reel to the max and providing feedback. So make sure you guys follow me if you guys are interested in BFS fishing. But without any further ado, let's take a look. Ta-da! MegaJaws. That's right, it's the MegaJaws. They have selected to turn their existing awesome MegaJaws reel into a Bait Finesse reel. Now, if you guys are not familiar with the MegaJaws, the original one, you guys can check out the link in the description below. I have left a link to Amazon. You guys check all that out. But the main difference, what the folks at KastKing have told me, is definitely this amazing shallow spool. You can see how shallow it is, okay? That means it holds less line, which reduces the amount of total weight of the spool, which allows us to cast lighter lures. And they also have installed higher performing bearings. They have not told me what type of specs the bearings are, but you know, we gotta give this a test. In fact, let's do the first test right now, and is to test how freely this thing spins. Okay, so look at that, it spins really, really fast. Okay, but let's see, make sure that brakes are off. And let me just make sure the tension is set properly. So let me just reel this up, and I'll be using my video editor to time the start and stop of when this spool starts spinning. Well, whenever I hit the button right there. So let's do it. All right. Man, guys, it's spinning very fast. That's pretty good, guys, pretty good. That should definitely allow me to cast light lures for a good distance. Speaking about the thumb handle here, definitely very, very nice, not wobbly, very secure. Pushed it down, try to wiggle it. It's pretty good so far. Now, guys, I just talked about the bearings and the spool allowing to cast light lures too. One of the key features of the MegaJaws, and I don't think it's going to focus too well here, but if you look at this here, this little line guide that comes out of the spool, goes from the spool to here and then to your fishing rod. What they are sporting here is a cone-shaped funnel. They call it the low friction tapered vortex. And this funnel-shaped guide basically reduces friction, and I mean a lot of friction, guys. And this will allow you to cast a lot further. So lighter spool, better bearings, and this line guide right here, definitely gonna make BFS fishing a lot more fun for me. So I'll definitely be excited when I do my first cast. Can't wait, guys. Before we jump into all the other saucy stuff, let me share with you guys how this whole thing looks. As you can see, the MegaJaws sports some teeth in the front, very aggressive. And I am loving this color here, the sky blue color. It's not only sky blue here, sky blue on the tension knob. You can see the accents. You can see it on the star drag, not only on the side, but right there as well. And I think this is silver here. It's reflecting off the window there, but yeah, I think that's silver. But it's definitely sky blue here, and definitely these grippy handles. And let's talk about these grippy handles for a second. This is very soft, very grippy, and it's like wind grip, but their own proprietary mix and also design of the pattern. The super polymer grip, it's super grippy even when it's wet, so I am loving it. I know I do a lot of kayak fishing, so I get my stuff wet all the time. And for folks who actually use BFS fishing, especially in Japan, they wade creeks all the time. You never know if you dunk your hand, or you know, you handle fish and stuff like that, or you know, just getting water splash being in the creeks. Definitely don't want any sort of slippage, so this is perfect. I love it. Oh, here goes some specs here, some standard stuff, so always written in the back. And so this reel is 6.5 to 1 gear ratio, and I don't think those line capacity is accurate because they told me they'd be using this chassis, and the ultimate thing they want me to test is really the spool and the bearings they replace on this. So we're gonna ignore the line capacity here. The first question I have for you guys, for the BFS expert, BFS fans, of course I have my own opinion, which I'll be letting KastKing know. Will 6.5 to 1 gear ratio be a good BFS reel speed? All right, just leave me a comment below. And let's look at the money. Where the money at is here, this spool. Look at that, that is super duper shallow. Okay, wow. Well, what else do we have here? So this is a magnetic braking system. Okay, let's jump right into it. Let's take a look at the side plate. All right, so we have 8 brakes here. Okay, but let's see. I want to test how many configuration we have. So it says 0 to 9 here. Let's see how many clicks we have, because in the BFS world, we all know braking, controlling the brakes is really important because we are trying to cast that very, very light lure, right? So in order for BFS to work, we have good brakes, light spool, and having a light spool allow you to cast the light lures, because when you cast and sling those light lures out, that light lure need to have enough momentum to pull line off that spool. If you have a big spool with a lot of line capacity, that's not gonna happen, okay? So we'll talk more about the spool in a second. Let's just go back to the brakes. Let's just count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Whew. I almost ran out of breath doing that, but 30 clicks, so 30 configurations. Okay, so it's not centrifugal, it's just purely magnetic brakes. And if you guys are familiar with the original MegaJaws reel, that's what it was. It's just magnetic brakes. Okay, so as we increase the brakes, you can see that this thing actually gets closer, or if you reduce it, which is what I'm doing right now, it gets further away from the spool. Now here's where the money's at. We're gonna talk about the spool, guys. Let me take this out. Oh, there we go. Put this here. No, I'm gonna leave it in the screen because everything here looks so sexy. I love the colors. And we'll go back to color for a second, because look at that, it all matches. No ADHD, Jimbo. Okay, no ADHD. So look at this, guys. They have removed a lot of, actually, I don't think I've seen or played with the MegaJaws, so I don't know if they actually done anything different with the parts here, you know, these slots here, but as long as they remove a lot of material here, that should reduce the weight, right? But they definitely have made it shallower. You can see that capacity of the spool is definitely has been reduced. So that's good. You put less in there, and also should weigh less. I wish I have the original so I could, you know, test out the different weights, but I don't. So oops, should have bought one. Look at that. They drilled some more slots here. Pretty standard for most BFS reel. They have those holes in the middle right there to reduce weight. And they have a small bearing here. Small bearing is good on the spool because it reduces the weight of the entire spool. But with that said, let's weigh this thing. So I have a scale right here. All right, and look at that, it matches all blue. Let me back this up just a little bit so you guys have some space. And I believe in the BFS world, they don't do ounces, they do grams. Here we go, zeroed out. Let's put this on. Don't roll off, don't roll off. Okay. All right, 10.7. Let's do it 2 more times. Take it off, zero out. Don't roll off. 10.8. All right. One more time. 10.5, 10.6. All right, so we're gonna average that out to like about 10.7, about 10.7, okay? 10.7 grams. This tool is probably not used by scientists, you know, it's for us consumers. So I am sure when they release this in the market, they're gonna have like the full specs and the actual weight of it. But having that said, I think my tool gives a pretty close enough number for the weight of this spool. So the guys here watching this video right now, what are your thoughts about this spool? 10.7 grams. Now, this is including the bearing itself, so why don't I just remove the bearing and redo the test and tell you exactly what is the bear weight of this spool. 9.7, and let me just add that little pin back on there. The pin does not do anything. All right, let's do it 2 more times. 9.7, and 1 more time. 9.6. I could average that out, but about 9.6, 9.7, and I'm gonna put these off to the side, and we're just gonna put on the bearing itself. About 1.1 gram. All right. So yeah, guys who are watching, and gals who are watching this video, if you guys are tackle junkie and BFS freaks like me, what do you guys think about the weight of this spool? Acceptable? I think it's pretty good. While I still have the scale here, let's take a look at the full weight of this. No, well, hold up. Let me go back to ounce, because I believe they measure this in ounces. But for those who like grams, I'll go back to grams, but it's 7.15 ounces, and grams is 202.7. All right, guys, so I'll pull out this chart here. This is from Amazon, and this is the MegaJaws, and it is 7.5. So this is 7.15, so it's definitely a little lighter. Now, earlier I did mention to you guys that the speed of this reel is 6.5 to 1, and just to let you guys know that the MegaJaws, actually the original one, that is, it actually come in different speeds. I am not sure if the MegaJaws BFS one is going to come at different speeds as well. So I want to hear from you. If you guys had a choice for this BFS reel, MegaJaws BFS reel, what speed would it be? Would it be the 5.4, the 6.5 as you see here, 7.2, or 9.1? Or would you guys like to see KastKing sell the spool and the upgraded bearings separately as a kit, so you guys can customize the fishing experience that you guys would love to have? What do you guys think? Leave me a comment below, because I'm gonna send those comments directly to KastKing as well when I send my report to them. So if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, because I will be taking this out very soon to play with and test. I'll be providing KastKing feedback, but as I'm testing this, and I'll be recording it and I'll be sharing with you guys can see some of my feedback. And if you guys want to participate in some of this review of my feedback, and if you guys want to provide more feedback along the way, I know you guys don't have it on hand, but hopefully you guys watching my videos will at least see something I don't see, and we could make this an awesome reel to be released very soon on the market. And once again, I thank you guys for watching. I thank you all in advance for those who will be providing feedback for this video and future videos of this reel. And lastly, I cannot forget about KastKing. Thank you for making this happen and giving me the opportunity to test and provide valuable feedback to this awesome BFS MegaJaws reel. Take care, guys.